My name is Michael Wolf. Everyone always wants to call me Mick, but I prefer Lone Wolf. I'm an old school detective, a cyber detective, and the name fits me like a vacuum tube in an IBM 701. I worked with Prosciutto, Zook, David Penzak. Build walls, they said, so I built walls, firewalls, and they worked. I was there with Ken Weiss. Credentials, he said. Two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication, he said. And it worked. I knew Alan Turing. I worked with Hellman and that guy with the Messiah hair, Whitfield Diffie. Revest, Shamir, Edelman, I was there. They all said encryption was the answer, and encryption worked too. But the world is changing, and my walls, the firewalls, aren't enough to protect.
Lone Wolf Cyber Rights Detective Agency? No, I'm sorry, he's not in yet. Yeah, I understand. It's the third time you called today. As soon as he gets in, I promise he'll give you a call right back. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Mick, where have you been?
The name on the door says Lone, not Mick. Iris, you know I hate that name.
I can think of a few choice names I'd like to call you right now. Listen, I feel like the lone secretary today. Where have you been?
I needed to walk. Had to clear my head. Needed to be alone.
Damn it, Lone. You don't need to do this by yourself. You don't need to be alone. Listen, the phone has been ringing off the hook. First, your ex-wife Shirley called. You owe her alimony, and she's calling your lawyer. And your brother Nero called. Well, now he wants to be called your ex-brother because you owe him money. He's calling your lawyer. And your lawyer called.
I know. I owe him money. Iris, we need a new case bad.
Oh, which brings me to my last message. Remember Richard Underhill Astley, that pompous banker we helped last year? It's telepresence.
Lone Wolf. Richard Underhill Astley here.
Mr. Astley?
You've got to help me.
You come to the right place.
My loan business is in trouble.
Well,
There's something awful happening on my network.
Well, I can understand how it might seem awful, Mr. Astley, but I think you came to the right place.
I'm positive we're losing intellectual property and our most important client list.
Well, let's not jump to any conclusions. I think we might be able to, once we look at some...
set up remote access for you. I'll send you the credentials when we're done here.
All right, thank you.
Just one more thing. This time, I expect you to consult with some of our other people.
Now, Mr. Astley, last time... We talked about this last time,
Do you
Mr.
hear me, Wolf? I have people who can help you.
No problem, Mr. Astley. It sounds like a simple firewall breach. I know exactly what to do. I'm going to go investigate the logs. I'll probably adjust some of your firewall rules and maybe, just maybe, tweak your authentication rules. Send over those credentials and I'll make sure I start combing through the logs right away. Answer's always in the logs. The solution is always the firewall.
Your last 8 cases, the answer wasn't in the logs. You didn't solve a single one. And all you could do was play with the firewall settings. And they all stiffed us on our fees because of unsatisfactory business outcomes.
They don't understand my methods.
Well, come here and check this out. Listen, I found this guy who talks about a new way of doing cybersecurity. Come take a look.
The perimeter mindset is still with us. We're clinging to our old maps, hoping the terrain is wrong. Beyond this irrational obsession with perimeters, the security profession follows an equally absurd path to detecting these advanced threats. Monitoring is performed with signature-based intrusion detection systems and anti-malware products. It's not that these perimeter and preventative measures are bad in and of themselves. It's that they're limited by their experience. They have to have seen a threat before, or have to have been taught about it in order to detect it. We've all heard that the threats that matter most are the ones you haven't seen before. Things are different.
Well, what do you think?
What do I think? What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I'll tell you what I think. I think that's a load of crap. And the guy dresses like a bum.
It's a different world out there. Not what I expected. Not what anyone with half a mind or even a newly acquired CISSP expected. I was told to watch the perimeter, protect the perimeter. They'd be coming in from the perimeter, they said. Check the credentials. My old partner Dave always knew what to do. Check the logs, he said. Check the logs. The logs. It's all in the logs, he said. But it's not anymore. It's a different world now. Just plain different. Complex. So complex. I don't know if I can do it anymore.